This is for my future autobiography slash biography. Let's see how much I can remember about my life. But currently I'm 20. Then, one day I'm going to use this whenever I write my autobiography or when someone writes a biography about me. I was born in Nigeria. I was born in Port Harcourt to be more specific. I'm not specifically sure which hospital. That's like a question I can ask my parents. But yeah, let's see. What's my earliest memory? I moved to America, or I moved out of Nigeria specifically when I was either 6 or 7. We can actually do the math right now. We have time. So I'll get out my trusty calculator. Let's figure this out. So 2024 minus 2011. Okay, 13 years. I moved out of Nigeria when I was 7. I just turned 7, okay, so that's why I say 6 or 7. So, what are some things I can remember about Nigeria? I remember before I left, I was in primary 2. I remember we had fisheries in our house, catfish. One of my core memories is the earliest memories, I remember whenever I watched the Bible movie about Abraham, and Abraham was about to sacrifice his son, and God provided or an angel, I don't remember specifically what, but an angel provided a ram and a ticket. I remember stepping on a nail. I remember having a bunny. I remember trying to plant an orange tree, but I was impatient and I would like water it and stuff like that. Then one day I was just really impatient. I dug it up. I remember that happening. I remember, I think, a rooster chasing me through our house because we had chickens and roosters. I remember when my cousins had dogs. I remember one time whenever my cousins' dogs were chasing my older sister around their place. She was very, very scared. What else do I remember about Nigeria? I remember getting a lab coat in Nigeria. I don't really remember what. I remember using like a battery to touch a light bulb, and I started like a light bulb. I remember that. I remember playing soccer outside of our house. Yeah, I remember there was this one time my soccer ball flew from like, my house to the other person's house. The house was gated, and I mean, all the houses are gated and all that. The house was gated, and I wasn't able to get my ball back. What else? I remember one time we were at my cousin's house. She said, "You're not my mom" to her mom, and then her mom beat her and stuff like that, or spanked her. For America's standpoints, not like abuse or anything, but yeah. I remember that same cousin. She used to love, what are those, Barbie? Barbie movies. We watched the Barbie mermaid movie in her house all the time. I remember Sister Sonia did this thing with a lighter, and she like blew out smoke. What else about Nigeria do I remember? I remember going to church. I remember a lot of people's names, but yeah. What else? What else do I remember? Nigeria. I remember watching Spider-Man. Love Spider-Man. Mortal Kombat. Watched Naruto for the first time when I was like 4 years old. Um, what else? As I remember, I'll start to go back and forth and stuff like that. This is just for future me. And yeah, okay. Whenever I moved to America, I remember we flew, then we went to New York, and from New York we took a mega bus, one of those buses down to Texas. I remember seeing a rat, like a massive rat for the first time. I actually think that was my first time seeing a rat. Yeah, New York was freezing. What else? Moved to Texas. I remember we stayed with this one family in their apartment for a little bit. I went to like a charter slash private school in Dallas for a little bit. Pretty nice, pretty nice. It was an interesting experience living with these people. things good and bad happened that have like, made me the man I am today. Um, yeah. After that, we lived with another family for a little bit more too, and not not so much in my viewpoint good happened, but just a lot of bad and re- bad a lot of bad things happened in all honesty. But God is still good, and that shaped me to become who I am today. Um, the first time I met my friend, I was playing Beyblade, and this kid picks it up. And since then, we've been friends to this very day. Yeah. What else do I remember? The church I go to, I've gone to that church since I moved to Texas. And so many memories. For a long time, I only had friends at church more than I had friends at school. Like, church friends were just like, even though you see people at school more, church friends are just what you see a lot, you know what I'm saying? Or at least for me, church memories, man. Man, I remember getting in trouble with talking too much sometimes. I remember getting in trouble for anger issues, man. Bad times. Bad times. Second grade, I got in a fight over like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I hurt my friend. And terrible. I mean, I apologize to him later in the future. I haven't talked to him in years, but I apologize afterwards. But anger issues, man. Don't let anger consume you. See, church. I used to get bullied at church, actually. They may not think they bullied, but like they definitely did. Yeah, but I also had anger issues too, so that probably didn't help my situation. I was pretty rude. Not, I was so rude. I was gonna say not rude, but I was definitely rude. I pointed out things probably shouldn't be pointed out in a rude manner. Wasn't always loving. Um, I always loved God. My friend was telling me that whenever I first came to church, um, they asked who wants to pray, and I was like, I want to pray. So I remember that. And big impact on my life. A guy named Uncle Ezekiel. All the time. I hate combing my hair. That's how my hair actually became like this in the far future. But I used to hate combing my hair and stuff like that. And he'd be like, he'll make you tuck in your shirt, comb your hair, make sure you don't look rough and things like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what else? I realize for me it's way more easier to hear about other people's lives than for me to talk about my life. Growing up, I used to get in trouble. My dad would make us write summaries on the Bible. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? We're still like, I don't know how old we are. There's no like direct timeline, but I'm trying to keep it in the same frame. Um, yeah, second grade I went to Ochoa. Third grade, no, second grade I went to Advanced Academy. Then I went to Ellen Ochoa. Then after Ellen Ochoa, I went to Harmony Science. To Harmony Science, I went to Gypsy. Then in 8th grade, I moved to Midlothian, and I went to Walnut Grove Middle School. Then I graduated high school in Midlothian Heritage High School. Yeah, okay. So let me go from each one so I can try to remember. Advanced Academy, the only thing I really remember is not much. I remember 100 Day something. I don't know. I have no clue. 100 Day something. Like you dress up as a 100-year-old person or something like that. Do you remember that? Third grade, whenever I go to Ellen Ochoa, pretty cool school. Ellen Ochoa is based off, her name is Ellen Ochoa, the first Hispanic / Latin, I think, American woman who went to space. It was pretty cool. It was very rude. I remember her name was Robinson. I remember being really rude to her. Yeah, I do remember my love for reading. I was part of a Bible club, and I got my Bible which I don't know where it is, but I got my Bible in that club in, I think, third grade, yeah. For the first time I got detention was I got in a fight-ish or something like that. I don't know, I got in an argument with some kid. I don't really remember his name. No clue. It was a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Whenever I would get good grades, my mom would get me Yu-Gi-Oh card packs to remember that. Whenever we lived in Grand Prairie. Uh, okay. I think, I'm pretty sure, okay, no. Fourth and fifth grade, then I went to Harmony Science. Harmony Science, I remember getting lots of detentions on Saturdays. I remember helping clean up. Um, all these schools just made me love science. I remember, oh, in elementary school I was in Gifted and Talented. I remember the Rube, Rube Goldberg machines. I think that's what they're called. I do remember those things. Um, Now Harmony Science Academy. I remember getting in trouble. I remember this teacher started with a W, English teacher. I felt like she used to just lie on me. I remember one time I asked her if I could go to the bathroom. She said that she called my dad and said Mitchell ran out of class, slammed the door, and I got in trouble that day. That day I got whooped. Um, yeah. I remember I told a kid I would kill him in Minecraft. I got detention for that. Yeah. I just remember reading, playing soccer, PE. We had this PE coach who had one leg, or like he had a prosthetic leg and another leg. But yeah, cool guy. I remember that like that colorful thing with the you like pull it up, then you go. Everybody goes inside and stuff like that. I remember playing Gaga ball for the first time. I remember experiencing racism for the first time. Wow. That's in like fourth and fifth grade. Made some good friends. Fourth and fifth grade. I don't really remember much. Wow. This is good, because in the farther future, I'm going to be more cooked. Then I went to a school called Grand Prairie Collegiate Institute. It's Gypsy. And Gypsy, sixth grade, I made some cool friends. Yeah. A girl named Emma and Abigail. Cool people. Yeah. Loki might have to text and check on them. I don't, yeah. Sixth grade. I was friends with a kid named Vaughn. Vaughn was really cool. Man. What happened in sixth grade? I don't even remember. I used to buy lots of cookies at lunch. There's an anime club. I think in sixth grade we had a teacher named either Miss Falcone or Mr. Russ. I remember one time, either in sixth and seventh grade, Mr. Russ is kind of a bigger dude. I remember one time he sat on a table and it like snapped. I remember that. Snapped in half. I remember some teacher named like Shawnee something. She was addicted to Dr. Pepper. She was a theater teacher. She would drink like Dr. Pepper a day. In high school, I had a teacher who drank Diet Cokes one a day. I'm lying. Way more than one a day. I never saw him drink water, actually. Yeah, shout out. Wow, this is bad. Shout out Mr. Seal. Memories cooked. And that's high school. And I just recently, like, I mean recently, but I just recently graduated, so it shouldn't be that bad to remember. Yeah. Miss Pope, that was seventh grade, English teacher. I thought she was mean, but she was really nice, actually. Really nice. Just perspective. Linda. Yeah. Miss Lisa Mihelich. I think that's her name. PE teacher. Gypsy's like an academic school, so they don't really have PE, so the old music room was our PE room. I remember playing dodgeball a lot, basketball outside, field days, to wear a uniform to Gypsy. Yeah, to do like homerooms. Our homeroom was with coach is with Miss Lisa Mihelic. I don't. Yeah. Uh, Her sister was our math teacher. She did not like me. She's pretty mean. Yeah. Didn't make me like math, in honesty. But yeah, what was my favorite class? My favorite class in little when I was younger, I was in like science. Yeah, I don't think I really like math, arts and stuff like that. I think art is cool. Um, Theater, didn't really like theater growing up. Now I do. Really appreciate it now. What did I just really like talking to people. Yeah. What else do I remember about sixth and seventh grade before I moved to Midlothian? Uh, don't really remember much. Dang. Wow. Yeah. I just probably was pretty mean and rude. I had anger issues. Yeah. And that's because of, in all honesty, I don't think like, I feel like probably, there's a lot of things that probably were a reason why I had anger issues. I felt like my dad was available for everybody except me, probably. Um, I feel like just anger affects my family, or just like not being able to, things just build up, bottle up, bottle up, bottle up, bottle up, like normal people, of course. Then just crack, and it's just poof, and a big explosion, and that always happened. Yeah, it was probably really mean and rude. Then eighth grade, or like the summer before, I changed. I think I can like. I think I changed either like seventh grade summer or like sixth grade summer. I don't know. Like give my life to God, and God working in me definitely was just like a change. Cause like whatever I think about me being mean and rude, I can't really imagine it. Just not something that like comes to my head. In all honesty, yeah. Eighth grade, I moved to a town called Midlothian, and the summer I moved to Midlothian, my grandpa died actually. Yeah, yeah. Okay, the summer I moved to Midlothian, my mom's dad died. But in all honesty, like I didn't really know my grandpa. I moved to America when I was young, and I haven't gone back to Nigeria since I was a little kid. So I don't really, even growing up when I was younger, like I don't think we were ever close. I didn't really know him. So it didn't really feel that personal. And like the people, like the grandpa I have is a guy at church. I mean, I have a grandpa, but like moving to America, immigrant stuff, like doesn't really feel connected to like, I really never felt connected to my extended family or being African. It's a whole different conversation. I always felt like I was either not American enough or not African enough because I don't really have an accent. Doesn't make you less African. I love African food, like the music and stuff like that. But there's certain things that I don't really like because I feel like sometimes tradition, I don't know, some things just don't really like work with me. Yeah.